President Trump makes a disputed claim.
Don't take it. Don't take it.
Linking a popular painkiller to autism. A neighborhood staple.
How are they going to fit this giant, beautiful, luxurious place?
Moving to a new spot. Tough decisions.
It just makes my life way easier.
That students are making with the increased cost of campus living. And after national backlash.
To uphold our right to free speech, not just for Jimmy Kimmel.
Jimmy Kimmel makes his return tonight. These stories and more coming up on Newsbreak.
Good morning, South Florida. I'm Paula Sirignano. I'm Valentina Gaspari. Today is Tuesday, September 23rd, 2025.
Live from the Lee Caplin School of Journalism and Media in North Miami, this is Caplin News.
President Trump with a new controversial claim regarding autism. The president claimed the use of acetaminophen during pregnancy can be linked to the increased risk of autism.
That's right, and despite these decades of research showing that it's safe, CNN's Ivan Rodriguez breaks down the announcement.
Don't take it. Don't take it.
President Donald Trump strongly recommending that women limit Tylenol use during pregnancy.
The use of well, let's see how we say that. Acetaminophen. Acetaminophen. Is that okay? Which is basically commonly known as Tylenol during pregnancy, can be associated with a very increased risk of autism.
Trump announced Monday that the U.S. Food and Drug Administration will be notifying physicians that the use of acetaminophen during pregnancy, quote, can be associated with a very increased risk of autism. Tylenol maker Kenvue said earlier this month it had engaged in a scientific exchange on the issue with U.S. Department of Health and Human Services officials. In a statement, the company says acetaminophen is the safest pain reliever option for pregnant women as needed throughout their entire pregnancy.
First of all, I'm worried that some women might end up taking ibuprofen, for which we know there are real risks.
According to a U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention report published in April, the incidence of autism is on the rise, which one expert says is primarily due to a broadening of the definition and push for better screening in children. About 1 in every 31 children was diagnosed with autism by age 8 in 2022, up from 1 in 36 in 2020. In Atlanta, I'm Ivan Rodriguez.
And at this moment, UN President Annalena Baerbock is addressing the General Assembly in New York as President Trump is expected to speak in just a couple minutes.
And we have breaking news as Secret Service says they have found a dismantled, quote, a telecommunication threat near the UN headquarters. We'll keep you posted as we know more information.
With federal agencies set to shut down at midnight a week from now, if Congress can reach a deal, President Trump will meet with minority leaders Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries this Thursday. The fight has centered around the enhanced Obamacare subsidies Democrats passed in 2021 under then-President Joe Biden that expire at the end of the year. Republicans want to extend government funding until November 21st, but Democrats say they won't give them the votes in the Senate without the subsidies, along with a reversal on the GOP's Medicaid cuts, and for the White House to spend the money Congress gives agencies.
This morning, closing arguments are set to take place for the man accused of trying to kill President Trump after the defense has rested its case. Yesterday, in Fort Pierce, Ryan Ruth said that he would not testify, as he asked as his own attorney in court. Ruth called 3 witnesses and appeared to be trying to prove he was either incompetent or lacking intent to kill then-presidential candidate Donald Trump on one of his golf courses last year. But Judge Eileen Cannon stopped Ruth while he was questioning his 2 character witnesses after Ruth asked questions regarding the use of drugs. Outside the court, Ruth's daughter Sarah said Ruth made the right call.
And he's done everything, every day of his life, to help anybody and everybody in his community and his children.
According to former state and federal prosecutor David Weinstein, all 12 jurors need to be unanimous in determining he's guilty. Finding a place to live is one of the biggest decisions for college students in Florida. Caplin's Patricia Vara shows us how 3 students are navigating the challenge of housing.
For many college students, one of the major challenges is to pay for housing. Some students choose dorms to avoid traffic. Others move out of the campus for more space. And many others prefer to stay at home with parents as independence feels out of their reach.
For this student at FIU, living on campus is the most practical choice. While housing isn't cheap, the convenience of being a steps away from class makes it worthwhile.
I decided to live on campus because it just makes my life way easier. I live in Broward County, and just having to drive here every day, every morning, every afternoon is very difficult for me, especially with the traffic. So I find it way easier to get to my classes and to go out to all of my meetings.
In Orlando, a student at UCF decided to leave the dorms and rent off campus. Although the price is similar, he now has more space and feels more comfortable now.
I prefer living off campus compared to living on campus now that I have my own apartment, my own kitchen, bathroom, stuff like that, compared to on campus where I had to share it with a roommate and share a bathroom with 4 other people, only one bathroom, and share a bed with, or share a room with another person.
While some students live in one of the most expensive cities in the country, like Miami, where residents spend about half their paycheck on rent, many choose to stay home with their parents to focus on school instead.
But I wouldn't be as comfortable as I am today, being able to take on internships that I'm being granted, school trips to be able to cover stories outside the country.
3 students, 3 different paths. On campus means convenience. Off campus offers more privacy, and living at home provides stability. In Florida, housing has become as decisive as tuition in shaping the college experience. For Caplin News, Patricia Varas.
West Kendall's book-selling icon is turning its page tomorrow. Caplin's Adrian Diaz-Alejo is at the scene with more.
For over 30 years, this Barnes & Noble located at West Kendall has stood as a literary hotspot for readers and students. But soon, Rooms to Go will take its place.
According to their Instagram, the bookstore will be closing their doors and moving out less than a mile away. Ahead of its closing, locals and employees reflect about the store's impact.
I remember when I was in high school and stuff, this would be the place to come because you can't really do anything else, and the movie theater's right next door. So it's this was a really necessary third space for us.
This is the #1 store here basically for books. And since it's right next to a theater, they always come here after a big movie. And I'm having bittersweet feelings about seeing this place go.
I've gone to other Barnes & Nobles and they don't look the same. They don't have the same vibe. It's cozy, anybody can come here. You have the music section upstairs. You can have your coffees, and it's kind of sad to see it go.
Furthermore, there are comments about the moving of the store to another location.
The location itself that they're moving to, that they have that says Barnes & Noble, looks so small. And I'm like, how are they going to fit this giant, beautiful, luxurious place into that tiny little hole in the wall, essentially?
I feel like they're going to have even more foot traffic than we do here, just because of the whole shopping center itself, especially since we're entering right into the holidays.
I don't think it's going to have the same impact as this one, only because it's going to be a smaller space, so maybe not a lot of people want to be there.
Your last chance to check out this Barnes & Noble location will be this September 24th.
But you can check out the new location at the Palms Town & Country later this October. Reporting from West Kendall for Caplin News, I'm Adrian Diaz-Alejo.
Baseball fans band together to set their place in the world record books.
That's still ahead, and so is the story.
This isn't even a partisan issue. Free speech is the counterweight. It is the check on government control.
A comedian controversy fueling a national outrage over free speech. Newsbreak will be back in 2 minutes.
Radcliffe Art and Design Incubator is the velocity accompanying the fellow's rudder, as in a boat. Unless there is movement or action, the planned direction is of little consequence. We encourage the creative ideas into action, and from the experience of doing, we critically assess the feedback, adjust, and set out to rediscover the potentialities of an entrepreneurial mindset.
STEM is precise, no margin for error.
Dare to forget that. Dare to have fun with it. Get weird with it. Dare to send those old STEM theories flying past the neighbor's house into outer space. Dare to program something internet-breaking, record-breaking. Dare to blow their minds. Dare to learn the difference between sedimentary and metamorphic rock. Go find those rocks. Dare to keep daring. Dare to STEM. Check out She Can STEM to get started.
He is ready to return. After a week-long suspension, ABC announced Monday that Jimmy Kimmel's late night show returns tonight, and more than 400 artists signed an open letter organized by the ACLU in support of Kimmel.
CNN's Sherelle Hubbard has the latest on the controversy that sparked a national debate over government interference and freedom of speech.
The show, which was abruptly and indefinitely taken off the air last Wednesday, is returning. ABC pulled the show after criticism and threats by the FCC over Kimmel's monologue where he suggested Charlie Kirk's killer was affiliated with the Make America Great Again movement.
We hit some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them.
First of all, he said a terrible thing about Charlie, but he also suffers from the fact that he's got no talent and he's got no ratings.
Federal Communications Commission Chair Brendan Carr and networks of affiliate stations had threatened ABC over the remarks.
This isn't even a partisan issue. Free speech is the counterweight. It is the check on government control. That is why censorship is the authoritarian's dream. Those are Brendan Carr's words.
Kimmel's suspension sparked national outrage, with many subscribers to ABC's parent company Disney canceling their Disney Plus subscriptions, and protests from New York to LA.
It is our enduring duty as Americans to uphold our right to free speech, not just for Jimmy Kimmel and the hundreds of people who work for him, but for the preservation of our Constitution.
On Monday, a spokesperson for Disney said they suspended the show to cool tension over Kimmel's comments. I'm Sherelle Hubbard reporting.
On Sunday, baseball fans gathered in New Jersey to break a Guinness World Record. Former players and more than 1,100 pairs of families played the largest game of catch. Participants stood 10 feet apart and played catch for 5 minutes. The event was held in tribute to Hall of Famer Yogi Berra. You're watching Newsbreak, and we're coming right back.
See us dream. See us remember. See us protest.
You matter. Your feelings matter. Your identity matters. Everything about who you are matters.
See us fight back. See us rebuild. See us shatter stereotypes. See us inspire. See us united. See us now.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
And that's all the time we have for Newsbreak this morning. I'm Valentina Gaspari.
And I'm Paula Civignano. You can get more news anytime at caplinnews.fiu.edu.